We found out this week that New York's Attorney General Letitia James has decided that it's about time for the investigators in New York to hear from Donald J. Trump himself, and she is aiming to depose Donald Trump on January 7th of this coming year. So just a few weeks away, Donald Trump might have to sit in a deposition room across from the Attorney General of New York, who is looking into whether or not his company broke the law by lying about their value of the company to various different entities. And I'll get more to that in a second, but here's the thing. Will Donald Trump willingly show up for a deposition? I think we all know the answer to that. I think no. I think Donald Trump will fight this as long as he can. And of course, Letitia James is 100% ready for that. And she says, look, if he doesn't voluntarily show up, we're going to take it to court and we're going to force him to comply. You cannot, as an individual here in the United States, refuse to comply forever. Now, he had an excuse that seemed to work while he was president of the United States that, hey, I cannot come and sit for depositions for any of the lawsuits I'm facing, 24 at this point, because, I'm the president. I got stuff to do. I got a busy day ahead of me. I can't go be deposed. Well, you don't have that excuse anymore. You're just some dude living in South Florida that plays golf all the time. You've got more than enough time to hop on a plane, get up to New York, and sit for this deposition because it is going to happen. Now, as for what they're looking at, this is slightly different, of course, than what they popped Alan Weisselberg for, the CFO of the Trump Organization. They're trying to determine at this point whether or not Donald Trump's organization lied about their value to the IRS and to the banks. Now, what they think may have happened, and of course, important to point out, Donald Trump has not personally been accused of any wrongdoing so far. But they think what has happened here, based on the documents that show this basically, is that the Trump Organization told the IRS, oh yeah, sorry, we're not worth a whole lot, we're only worth this amount. So we only have to pay taxes on this amount. Then they go over to the banks and they say, hey, we need some money, but you can trust us because we're worth this much. And so they get money based on the stated value of the company. Now, maybe they were telling the truth to one of those entities. If they were lying to the IRS, then that would in fact be tax fraud. If they were lying to the banks, that'd be bank fraud. Guess which one of those carries a stiffer penalty? Bank fraud. So if they were lying to these financial institutions about their value, then that's going to be a much bigger penalty, and you could see a lot more people go down for that, including Donald Trump himself. Lying to the IRS, big deal, still a big deal, still prosecutable, still a felony, but there's ways to wiggle out of that. Unfortunately, that's the way the tax code works. So, if they have evidence, let's hope that it's for bank fraud and not for the tax fraud, because again, we see wealthy folks get away with that kind of crap all the time. Bank fraud, on the other hand, private institutions giving you money based on false pretenses, yeah, that's a big one. Because, of course, we have to protect the interests of the banks. But in this particular case, I'm willing to make an exception and be okay with that if it means taking down Donald Trump and not having to deal with him running for president ever again.